Hello, my loves. Hello. Good morning, wherever you are. I'm feeling quite cold today, so I'm just like, oh, feels so warm. How are we? I wanted to jump on and speak about something that has been coming up a lot lately, and I've had quite a few women approach me about this as well. So it just makes me realize that we're not really speaking about these things, So the thing that I wanted to speak about was, how do you engage in sexual experiences when you just feel burnt out, or when you're just so tired, or your days have just been so busy and you just can't find that urge to connect with your partner in that way. So last night, my partner and I were laying down and we were connecting and cuddling, and, it gave me this sense of aliveness and bliss that is just so overlooked. These little intimate yet very powerful moments of connectivity with our partner. Let me know if you are joining live today. I love that. You can, in the comments, write #live, or if you are watching the replay, #replay. So I just want to see. Yeah. So the most important thing that we need to know when it comes to connection and intimacy is, yes, you can do all of these things and you can have all of these tools and practices, but the thing that I wanted to really point out today, and it's basically what is the underlying core key element of all of my work, is this connection with self. And this is why I've actually called my program Come Home to Yourself, Feminine Remembrance, because this is how we open up to so much pleasure. When you know your body so deeply and so intimately, you open up not only your body, but you open up your heart, which is the space for connection and love, but you also open up the space of where it is the most receptive, which is your yoni, your vagina. And a beautiful place to start with this is to know your yoni in the most intimate way, without the outcome of climax, or without feeling like you have to penetrate her. It can be something as simple as looking at her in a sacred, intentional way. This is actually what I do in the 10 weeks program, Come Home to Yourself, Feminine Remembrance. So this is what we need to start engaging with, this most intimate, receptive aspect of ourself. And when you do this and you know yourself in this way, your experience of what you know sex to be goes beyond the performance side of things, or knowing positions, or knowing, what you desire. This is the journey of sexual intimacy. And this is what my journey has been about, I can say, for my whole life. And this is why I know that I've come to know myself so deeply, so then I can share this with you. And it gives me great pleasure to be able to do this. So when you make space for yourself to get to know yourself so deeply and intimately, this is how you learn about yourself. And this is how you then go into pleasurable, intimate experiences with another that it goes, like I said, it goes beyond knowing your desires in the bedroom. It goes beyond what you love and what you want to sense in your body. It goes beyond knowing the anatomy of your vagina or your pleasure points or your clitoris. This is going beyond that. This is knowing, really coming home to the sense and core of who you are, and knowing your sensations, but knowing your energies, knowing how you move and dip and you dip low, how you come back into highs, how you can shift moment to moment. It's knowing your energy, but then also his energy as well. When you know yours so deeply. This is about being able to connect with yourself, with your body so deeply in a way that you just continuously just melt into each feeling, each you know your body so well, and in that you fall deeply in love with yourself because you know that you have this power to do that, right? And a beautiful place to do that is to know your yoni as well, in a way, your vagina, in a way that goes beyond penetration. This is more about offering her the reverence and love that she deserves. This is what I teach. So, yeah, it goes beyond knowing her to know why she feels certain things. Instead, this is about developing this love, beautiful relationship with yourself through her, through your body, right? Oh, hello, beautiful sister. Thank you for liking. So lovely to have you here. And yes, and that we can do by bringing in the playful, curious girl in the maturity of your woman who knows how to hold and sense and be in everything that she feels. And a lot of the time when we think of sexual experiences, our logical mind, or the mind that has been conditioned, to know what that means, sexual experiences means, we've learned this through books or movies, or even now, with new age tantra even, or it's not a bad thing to learn about all of these things, but I feel like we tend to just focus on what gets us turned on, or the idea of climax or orgasms, and and a lot of women that come to me, they say they have no problem in knowing how to get turned on, but what I'm noticing, this key piece there, is this yearning, this deep yearning for our hearts to be connected to all of this deep yearning for intimacy that our body, our yoni, our hearts so desire. And this is a space that opens up so much of our potential and infinite possibilities to feel and sense more and to know ourselves deeper. So we need to understand that we don't have to experience intimacy through the fired up hot sex that we tend to be fed, right? That the information that we get told, that's what we want to aim for. We can feel this deep, soulful, intimacy without penetration. We can feel it through soft penetration, or the feeling of just being, whether it's on your own or experiencing intimacy through the togetherness, through the connection, with no other purpose other than just to be together, and knowing how that feels, feeling the heartbeat of another on your body, or feeling the weight of your man on your body, or even if you're on your own, feeling your own hug as you lay on the bed and just be with yourself, and this is done in the most intentional way. It can be just being together with your loved one, holding each other. This is the intimacy that we can have that can bring forth so much aliveness, that can bring so much bliss. And, a lot of the time as well, I think men just get turned, I know men can get turned on like that, right? They have this sex drive that can come about in a split second. And, this can be frustrating for us if we're in the middle of something, or if your mind has been super active all day. That's the reality of our days. So, my partner and I have built this foundation of intimacy based on this togetherness and connectiveness of just being together. And with that, without the purpose of it ending into penetration, if it does, it's great. But if it doesn't, the feeling of just being together through holding each other can bring a lot of bliss and orgasmic energy in itself. And the way to do this is we need to make space in our daily life for that togetherness. And when you realize how much intimacy can be built on just holding one another, or, just being together, you realize that sexual experiences, or the act of pleasure, goes beyond what we've been taught. And this is why my work is more than just inviting in pleasure or being connected to your sensuality. It goes deeper than that. It's allowing space and time and energy for your body to go into these transitions and go into this dance from the doing to the being constantly. And that's how we can easily move then into an intimate experience with another, because it becomes part of your daily life. So it's knowing how it feels to be in this state of bliss and playfulness and curiosity and love and intimacy with yourself, even when you're busy doing all the things. This is the work that I do to help you awaken what is in your sexual centers, so the pelvis, the womb area, to awaken this sacredness of our aliveness, to awaken the inspiration, the sparks of joy, to feel this aliveness. So this then becomes then your default way of living. So then how it feels to move easily, how to move from the doing, whatever it is you're doing, to the being, constantly moving from one energy to the other. Let me know if this is resonating with you. Oh, I'm just seeing your beautiful comments now. Hello, my loves. Yes, I always preferred, I need a deep connection, lots of, gentle, loving touch. Yes, I'm feeling very sensual and playful. Oh, I love that. Bask in that beautiful energy of yours. So lovely to see you, my beautiful sisters. Who else is here? Sending you love to you. So, I forgot what I was saying. I got so immersed, you see, from the doing to the being, and basking in your beautiful feminine energy of being here. So thank you. So this sense of aliveness and deep connection, yes, with yourself, it becomes this default way of moving and flowing through life, rather than, this thing that you have to get turned on and then to have an orgasm. No, this is a space that you can infuse this energy into your day-to-day life. And that's the purpose of embodiment practices. So you know that you can choose how you want to have agency around what you want to experience. So it's about being conscious around what you are practicing daily. So if you are wanting to be more soft and receptive to the love and bliss in your life, you have to make choices for yourself in bringing in these practices into your life, so that energy becomes alive in your body, because no one else will tell you to do this. You have to make space to do this. Our culture will have us practice more productivity, more on the performance, more on the getting there, more on the outcome. Go, 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 right? So a lot of us are still practicing the dominant practices that society wants us to be in. So we need to reparent ourselves to make space for this softness and connectivity and sensitivity in our life all the time, because the world is very harsh, as we know, and it will not bring the softness to you in the way that you know you can experience. So when you do these practices, we may experience spikes in pleasure and receptivity and softness. But then after that, so let's say you do one embodiment practice, you might feel those things, and then you might dip back down and go back to the baseline, which is our normal. It's okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. It's just that's our reality, right? So when we're practicing pleasure practices, you experience like an upward, trajectory. So then your baseline increases and gets higher as well. So you experience more spikes of pleasure daily, and then your baseline inches upwards too. So then you don't dip back down, even in the difficult times. And then that becomes your default way of moving through life. And this is what we want to do, to continuously soften into the body in our smallest daily things. And the reason for the softening is so that when you are in a sexual experience, you don't come in there from the place of tightness and contraction, and it becomes less of a thing you do, and it becomes this dance of doing to being. Yeah. Let me know if this is making sense to you. So yes, a way to make space for sexual intimacy with your partner is about, yes, consciously coming together, but it goes deeper than that. It's about developing this beautiful relationship with your body and coming into the awareness of your body and knowing where you're holding tension in your body. Right now, are you feeling tension in your shoulders or in your back? It's just bringing that awareness into this. Knowing where you're holding tension, how you hold unprocessed emotions. Sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. The life of being in Mexico City, random noises. So it's knowing, yes, how to connect deeper with the core of your body, and it's knowing how we can stay in the body to sense this stage of aliveness that is always there for you, which can be difficult in a world of over-functioning and constantly trying to work things out, which leaves us in this state of confusion. And then what happens to the rest of this? So it's just about awareness. This is how we invite in change. It's about pleasure practices that bring in softness and cultivating that deep connection with yourself. A way to do this is like I said, one way is to notice, okay, where am I feeling that tension right now? Is my is my belly feeling tight right now? Can I soften her a little bit right now? Am I tense here? Can I just roll my shoulders back in this moment? Is my forehead, tense right now or contracted? Can I maybe massage it a little? It's just all these little tiny things, but very powerful things at the same time. Now, another thing, I've been doing this for 8 years now, giving myself a breast massage every morning. And this doesn't, I teach this in my Come Home to Yourself program, but it doesn't have to be a big elaborate thing that you do. It can be something that you combine with your breath. Every morning I wake up, connect with my breasts, give her a little massage. I might put some oil there and, just offering some soft, slow, sensual touch. And this really soothes the nervous system and allows my inner feminine to know this is exactly how I want to and how I desire to be and move through the rest of my day. Because your breasts are the most receptive, along with your yoni, parts of your female body. And so the more it takes practice, but the more you can do this, the more you bring your awareness from here, like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do, all of that will happen. But this is the place we want to start first, connecting with this. So as you move from here, you connect with your love and you realize I'm here to move, speak, feel, make decisions from this space first. The mind will come in after. And naturally, you feel this openness then in your womb space, and your yoni opens as this is your connection, your spiritual portal that opens the two to sense, love, and nurture more, and to offer yourself compassion. So when you do face the challenging things in your day, you have this, you have this. You are open then to receiving your partner because your heart is open, your yoni softens. She's the receiver, and then she receives so fully the love from your lover. So it's just noticing and doing all these little things every morning, actually, as well. Carlos and I wake up, we have our coffee, we sit, we watch the sky, we watch the flowers, we look at the hummingbirds, we have little birds that come to our windowsill. It's just these little moments of our connection as well, intimacy that we bring in our day-to-day life. So true. So we need to bring it to the world. Yes, exactly. What do you do? Like, what do you do, or what would you love to bring into start making a promise to yourself, a little devotion to yourself to just be in the being. Well, I can say journaling could be one, but I still feel like, I don't know, when I think about being, I think about really being here, not doing more, connecting, breathing, really experiencing your own juice. This is the intimacy that is so important for us to feel more, receive more, deeply connect, to then know that when your partner comes in your energetic field, when you're ready to receive him, rather than just going for it. yeah, I'm here for it, but are you here for it? You know, it's just doing these little regular check-ins, energizing these pleasure, sensual aspects of yourself, doing it for you. Before I end this today, you know, knowing this as well, I'm also able to know when my partner is not being completely present, when he's not grounded, when he's coming into my space from the space of his own ego. So this is why knowing yourself, you then know him better as well. And then from that space, I'm able to say, you're not present. Let's ground together. Let's connect together rather than going for it. I'm all for, you know, but this is the important piece for connection, intimacy, for heightened levels of orgasmic, sexual, liberating feelings. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. I hope this conversation, it was so spare of the moment for me, but I was feeling like, I feel like someone needs to hear this. So what promise are you making today? And this could be one of the things that you can reflect on as well as we come to the end of the year. How am I not maybe honoring my space, time, energy? But how can I shift this? What can I do? It can be the smallest thing. Am I going to take 5 minutes to just be with my breath? Or how am I standing today? How am I holding myself today? Is it, how can I love myself more today? How can I offer myself this sensual pleasure today? I gave myself a full body massage, nice. Played guitar and had a nice sensual time with myself. That just sounds delicious. Thank you. That sounds just so nourishing, so soothing to the nervous system. Thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you to whoever else is here with me watching. I love you. And if you would love to know more about, you know, how you can really infuse this in your day-to-day life, so then you can have those expansive, orgasmic, blissful experiences when you are with your loved one or even on your own, I'm here to answer anything. Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you for being here. A bath tonight. Yes, a bath. That sounds delicious. Maybe with some bath salts or some incense burning. I love dropping some rose petals. That sounds delicious. What else are you doing today, my lovely ladies? Sending you so much love. And remember, how am I holding myself? Actually, as I'm saying this, I feel tension. I'm just going to give myself a little massage on my neck when I come off here today. Thank you. Sending so much love to you. Mwah. Bye.